Captain Grant Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Well, this week we've started to get our spring tides, so the tides come up a lot. We got some rain, got some wind, good influx of fish coming into the bays, which is good to see. Starting to catch trout. This flat right here, we're catching some redfish on it, mainly when it's blowing real good and it's all kind of murked up in here. There's been some good redfish drifting through here with popping corks and live shrimp. If you come over here to the back side of Sulphur, there's a couple little channels back here that have been holding some good flounder. You know, those flounder like to come in the spring when the big spring tides come in. And what the good thing is during that freeze, I didn't see a single flounder die, which is great news. I think this year our flounder population is just going to be phenomenal. Catching a few trout in here. The trout that we are catching are pretty good ones. You know, they're nice, fat, full of menhaden. So the menhaden are here. They're showing up. That's what they're eating. So, you know, kind of try to match the hatch. Those corkies in the realistic colors are working really good around these islands. Catching a few trout, occasional redfish in here, and still getting a few drum. You know, I know the drum run's kind of coming to an end, but we are still catching a few drum in here. Over here in Nighthawk, been catching some redfish. If you can get a hold of some of those menhaden and just cut up the menhaden cut bait in here during those real windy days, find the dirtier water. A lot of times right on the back side of these islands is good. Just throw that menhaden, just sit there and catch a ton of redfish, you know, all through here. Now that the tide's up, in between the islands is really good. Just kind of get as shallow as you can and throw on the back side and between where the water's pushing through. That kind of concentrates the fish. Gives you a little better opportunity to catch the reds. The good thing is you don't have to make any long runs if that wind's cranking and you don't want to make a long run down to Baffin. You can come in here, fish these little cut throughs, and get some good solid redfish. Sometimes they've been on the small side, but I've come in here lately and caught some really good fish. All the way down to Bird Island really is all these places where the water's kind of murked up. You catch some good reds. Back here around Sandy Hook, been catching some mixed bags of drum, reds, and trout. All just come up here in about 2-3 foot of water. Like I said, those tides are coming up, filling up the bays. You know, it takes a little bit for the water to get down to Baffin. But it finally gets down here, fills these back bays up, and you know, we got some rain, which is good. Some of these lakes that are full of fish have got lots of bait in them. I saw some good mullet movement in here, and that's just a good sign all in all for our fishery. That shows that our fishery is recovering. We've got plenty of food out there for the fish to eat. I've still been fishing with live shrimp, and it is becoming more and more available now that the weather's starting to stabilize, and we're able to get out on the water more and more as these fish are coming into our bays, and those reds, trout, and drum are just kind of pushing right through here. Over here on the back side of Starvation Point, been catching some good reds, a few trout in here. You know, I'm just trying to let some of those trout go. You know, come April 1st, there's a new regulation out that the trout have to be 17 inches and up to 23, and then release every trout over 25 inches. So, you know, catch a few trout and let the rest go. Get some redfish. There's plenty of reds, plenty of drum. You might snag flounder in here too. You know, Starvation Point's just in general is a good place to fish, both on the front side and the back side. I like to come around here on the back side, put the trolling motor down about right here on that southeast wind and just kind of work down the bank in about 2 to 3 foot of water. Usually I'm just throwing plastics, but if you want to put a cork on, get some live shrimp, and work your way through here, that's fine too. Plenty of good fish in here. It's kind of a long run from Corpus, but you're rewarded with some good boxes.
Captain Grant Coppin, thanks for watching.